Hey 5M, today we're going to be doing lesson 8.5, fractions of fractions. Go ahead and pull out your whiteboard and let's get started. Okay, on your whiteboard, go ahead and answer these questions for this warm-up. Go ahead and hit pause now. Alright, you're back and ready to see the answers? Here are your answers for that. If you got any wrong, go ahead and try them again or raise your hand for someone to come and help you. For today, lesson 8.5, we're learning fractions of fractions. Now I want you guys to think about, what does of mean in math? What does of mean? So hopefully you guys are thinking that of means to multiply. Every time you hear of, you should think about multiplying. We need to remember that multiplication is repeated addition. For example, 5 times 4 is 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, which gives us 20. We add it 4 times. All right, multiplying fractions and whole numbers. There are several ways to show the multiplication of a whole number and a fraction. One way is a number line model. One way to multiply a fraction and a whole number is to think about hops on a number line. The whole number tells how many hops to make, and the fraction tells how long each hop should be. For example, to find 4 times 2/3, imagine taking 4 hops, each unit 2/3 long, on a number line, which is what they did here in this example. We see that we're going to hop 4 times 2/3 distance. So we start here and we go 2/3, that's 1 hop, another 2/3, 2 hops, another 2/3, 3 hops, another 2/3, 4 hops, which gives us the answer of 2 2/3. Because we took 2/3 and we hopped 4 times. Okay, so let's try these ones together as well. What is 1/4 of 3? Well, with the number line method, we know that it's saying that we're going to hop 3 times with a measurement of 1/4. So I'm going to come here and I see that this is 1/4, this would be our half, and 3/4. So I know I'm going to start here. So my first hop is going to go from 0 to 1/4. And I know I have to hop 3 times. So that's 1 time, and I hop again, just 2 times, and then I hop 1 more 4th, which is 3 times. So that gives us our answer of 3/4 because it landed on the 3/4 mark in our number line. We will also do this one together. So what is 3/4 of 2? So I know that I'm going to have to measure 3/4 2 times. So I'm going to take a hop of 3/4 measurement long twice. So I'm going to come here, and I know that this is where my 3/4 part is. And I'm going to hop 1 time, and then I'm going to hop, let's see, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So 2 hops, which gives me a measurement of 1 1/2. Okay, so that's one way we can answer these questions. Another model we can use is the addition model. You can use addition to multiply a fraction and a whole number. For example, to find 4 times 2/3, draw 4 models of 2/3, then add all of the fractions, because, as we said, multiplication is repeated addition. So what they did was they drew 4 circles to represent the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 circles, and then they divided each circle into 2/3. So they shaded 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then they added all of them together. So they took 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, which gave them 8/3. So 4 times 2/3 is the same as 8/3. Let's use the addition model for these next two examples. What is 1/5 of 2? So we make two circles, divide it into fifths, and we fill each one with 1/5, and then we just add it together. So we see there's 1, 2, 2/5. So we see that 1/5 of 2 is equals 2/5. Let's look at this one as well. What is 2/3 of 3? Well, we see that we are going to have three circles from looking at our whole number part. So 2, 3 circles. And with our fraction part, we know that they're each going to have 2/3 of them shaded in. So we just add. So we see there's 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3. So we know 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 2 is 6. So 2/3 of 3 is 6/3. There's another method that we can use when trying to find fractions of a whole, and it is the multiplication method. So with what is 1/7 of 5, we can just think of 5 over 1, because that means that 5 is a whole if it's over 1, and then we just multiply straight across. So 1 times 5 is 5, and 7 times 1 is 7. So 1/7 of 5 equals 5/7. Now let's do this one together as well. What is 5/6 of 4? So to make 4 into a fraction, we put it over 1. And that means that it's still a whole number if it's over 1. And then we just multiply straight across. 5 times 4, because remember of means times, 5 times 4 is 20. And then 6 times 1 is 6. Alright? That is the multiplication method. Okay, let's now complete the bottom of page 259 in your math journal. I want you guys to complete these and have them graded before you move on. Go ahead and pause now to do that. Alright, so you're back and ready to move on. You should have had those graded. Okay, so now that we've done fractions of a whole, we're going to do fractions of a fraction. And to start out, we're going to do example 1. Larry has 1/2 of a fruit bar and wants to give half of it to his brother. This problem can be solved by thinking of 1/2 of 1/2. Let's put this to work by folding papers to see how this works. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys how to do the folding paper method for the word problem that we just read. I'm going to read it to you guys again. Larry has 1/2 of a fruit bar. He wants to give 1/2 of that to his brother. How much of the whole fruit bar will Larry give to his brother? So we're going to take our paper and think of it as our entire fruit bar. And Larry has half of that. So we're going to fold our paper in half and shade 1/2 of it to show that Larry's part. So we're going to color 1/2. Like so. And then it says that he wants to give half of that to his brother. So we know that we need to fold the paper in half one more time. So we're going to fold it this way. And we grab a different color to shade that part. So we shaded the other half. So this was Larry's first half here and the other half down here. Now we see that our paper is now into fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we see that this part right here is double shaded. So that means that's the part that Larry's brother got. So that's 1/4. So 1/2 of 1/2 of a candy bar is 1/4. All right, now let's open to page 260. Record your work for the next 4 fraction problems you solved by paper folding. Sketch the folds and the shading. Write an X on the part. Write X's on the parts to show the answer. So we just actually did the number 1/2 of 1/2, but we'll do it on this paper just to have a reminder. So first, 1/2, we're going to split it in half and shade the half. Your lines don't have to be perfect because mine are not. And then we have a half of that half. So we're going to grab a different color and put that in half and shade half of that half. Now, the part that was shaded both colors is the fraction part that we're going to use. So we see that it's divided into 4 different parts, and one of it is colored with both colors. So our answer is 1/4. Okay, now we're going to do number 2 together as well. 2/3 of 1/2. So first we're going to divide our paper into thirds and shade 2/3 of it. So we're going to shade this one and this one. And now we see of 1/2. So we're going to grab a different color and we're going to shade half of that. So now our paper is folded into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different parts, and 2 of the parts have both colors shaded. So our answer is 2/6, because 2 out of the 6 different sections have both colors. Another method we can use for finding fractions of a fractions is the multiplication method. And this is actually quite simple. All you do is multiply straight across. So what is 1/4 of 1/3? All you do is multiply straight across. So 1 of 1, of means time, is 1. And then 4 times 3 is 12. So 1/4 of 1/3 is 12. We are going to do this one together as well. What is 1/2 of 3/8? So with the multiplication method, as I said, we just multiply straight across. So 1 times 3 is 3, and 2 times 8 is 16. Alright, for your assignment today, you're going to complete page 260 and 261 in your math journal. I would like for you to work by yourself. You may use whatever method you choose. Make sure you ask questions if you find yourself confused, or go back into the video and watch some of the other methods. When you're done with page 261, complete the top of page 259. Work hard today.